What's up everybody, Derek here, and today we're going to be making a cheap trolling motor mount for this kayak. I've just got a few supplies here. This probably costs you only about 10 to 20 bucks at the most. We're going to be using these rod holders that are in place. You can either use these two, and these are mounted exactly the same, at pretty much the same angle. So we're going to be using this PVC to strap these in here, and this is 1 1/4, and that's basically around the size of the rod holders. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut these up, put some 90s on here. You got to get you some bolts. I'm going to be using 3 here, and I'm going to put this 90 basically on the end at an angle, and then cut this board to where the trolling motor will hang off either side that I want to put it on, and we'll be able to get on the water and kind of zip around without having to worry about paddling. So let's get to cutting this thing and making some measurements and start putting it together. I'm going to measure the depth of this. It is around 9 inches. We got our trolling motor right here. So if we want to get that down in the water just like that, just a little below the water line, we're probably going to need to make that at least 16 inches. So about 16 inches is where we're going to make our first cut on this PVC. Alright, we got 2 cuts here. Almost goes down into the rod holder just like that. But the thing is that what we're going to have to do to make this fit down into this place is we're going to have to make a cut line that goes right down so we have some separation so it'll squeeze down in there. And I measured this at 9 inches deep. So we're going to make it about, we're just going to do 9 inches off of each of these. Alright, we got 2 cuts right there. So now all we got to do is see if this will fit. We may have to go cut it again. Nope. Look at that. Look how tight that is. Dang, that's tight. And we got that one in. And I want to make it to where the back side, where it's coming straight at an angle, I'm going to put it at the bottom of it. Twist that one a little bit, and there we go. Our only issue probably is going to be whenever we actually mount this in. It's going to be kind of a permanent mount for a little while, so you may want to learn something to do with some pins or some twist nuts, so you can take this 2x4 off of here because of the angle that they go in. So you can put these in and then mount this 2x4 back onto here and just pushing the bolts through. And that may be what we have to do, because if not, it's more of a permanent mount with them being at an angle like this. But it may work with the bolts, just one bolt going through here, and we may try it to where it's rotational, so it'll actually rotate as you go to put it in here. So we'll just have to see as we get it built. We are at right about 33 inside. So if I want to extend this out, we're almost even with the boat. Clamps are about 4 inches wide. So if we're going to add 6 inches, let's see, by the time you do that, 6 inches right there, we're at about 37 1/4. So if we were to add 12 inches to that, we might just make it 49. We'll just go 50 even, just to call it good. So I'm going to make a 50-inch cut out of this board, and then we're going to line it up here and we can glue these in. So let me cut this real quick. Alright, we got our board cut. So that's basically what it's going to look like right there. And this articulates with the mount, so we can try to put these 90s about as straight as we can get them. And what you want to do when you get this in line, you want to make a line here and a line on the PVC so they line up. But let's make a 6-inch mark, so we have something to go off of. And get the Sharpie ready, because we are going to line this up to where it looks almost level. Needs to adjust just a little bit to where it's almost straight, and that looks pretty good right there. So all you want to do is you want to make a line on the 90 and a line on the PVC just to get it to where it lines up, just like this. And that's it. That way whenever you put these on here and glue them into place, push them down in there, it's basically going to be ready. And of course you can always articulate these a little bit more still. Okay, I've got glue on here. So now all I'm going to do is press it down on here and line up those lines. And that's it. These right here are 5/16. I believe these are 4-inch long. Yeah, 4 inchers. So we're just going to put these through, but I've got to get a drill bit that is the right size for this to drill through both of these on the 90. That way we can connect and go through this 2x4 and basically bolt it into place. And there we go. Alright, we got our 2 holes made there, so now all we got to do is put this up. I've got my mark made here for 6 inches, so I know to the outside of this will be my 6 inches. So all I've got to do is put that up to where it looks somewhat level to make a mark, just to get this drill bit going through here. Alright, I got my mark. Let's take our bolt, put it up here, right through, and there we are. Alright, I got a regular washer and I got a nut, so I'm just going to put it on the back side of this bolt to keep it in place. Now all I got to do is drill out the other side. This one will be a lot easier to do since I can basically hold it right in place. Put that through just like that. Alright, I got my trolling motor here, so I'm probably going to be operating it since I like operating one from the side on the right side. So just basically sit it on there. There it is. Now we can operate this thing, and it's not as far down in the water as I would like it. So if I need to adjust it, I can adjust it to where it's below the water line and it's not going to hit the boat. So at full, I mean, that's it. I think that's going to work just fine. I can even scoot it in a little bit further towards the boat. Right there's as far in as I can go. And it's not going to touch the side, so I think that'll work just fine. It'll probably be a little bit offset because it's on this side, so it's going to be making me want to go left. So I may have to pitch it in one direction a little bit more than the other, probably about like that. But I think this is going to work out fine, so that didn't take long at all to build. And for 10 to 20 bucks, you can't really beat that. We're just going to have to test it out and see how fast this thing can go. And you know, one thing I'm curious about, this is a 35 thrust trolling motor. I want to do another video maybe seeing if I can maybe blow this thing up, because I don't know what voltage that one of these might blow up at, but would it be 24 volts, 36 volts? I don't know, but let me know if you guys have ever made one of these mounts. I'd love to hear from you and see what your thoughts are on one of these cheap mounts like this, and if they're worth it over the long run, over like in a more expensive trolling motor. But thanks for watching, you guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.